Hi guys, in this tutorial I want to show you how to quickly set up your system to learn data analysis. Okay, now one of the challenges we have with data analysis is that you will need a whole lot of tools that will allow you to perform your entire job with data and everything. Okay, as a beginner you might not know how to get access to all of these tools yourself. So in this tutorial, you're going to learn one single tool you need to download that will give you access to a whole lot of resources that will assist you not just in being a data analyst, but in also learning and advancing your skills as a data analyst. But before we quickly go to that, let me remind you that there are a whole lot of tutorials behind this one. In fact, I'm recording a series on data analysis that will take you from zero to becoming very proficient with data analysis. So check out this tutorial, check out this series, and jump along with it. Okay, now let's continue. One of the tools you need, and this is the only tool you will need as a data analysis, especially if you're a self-taught or you're taking the self-taught part. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to go to your browser and type in this simple search into your browser. So say download Anaconda. So download Anaconda. Right, so just type this into your system and you will see this first link here which says download Anaconda Distribution. So quickly click on this link and it should open the Anaconda page for you, and then you see this entire beautiful interface. All right, so what you need to do now is to simply skip registration, or you can decide to enter your email here and you will start receiving download link and every other stuff. Okay, but for now just skip registration and it should take you directly to the download page where you should download Anaconda into your system. Right, so if you scroll down here, there are two types of Anaconda you can download. You can download the complete Anaconda installer, or you can download the Miniconda installer. Now I would advise you to download this Anaconda installer, this main distribution right here, this particular one right here, because it gives you access to all the tools that I mentioned earlier that will assist you in learning data analysis from beginning to the end. In fact, in this particular site, you can also have access to resources like video, webinar, white papers, and other resources that will assist you in learning every other tool that has to do with data analysis. But for now, let's just go down here, and on the left hand side of your screen, you can download for any other system you're using. For me, I'm using Windows PC, so I'm simply going to download this. As you can see, it's up to 192 megabytes. Okay, if you're using Mac OS, you can download your own distribution here, or you're using Linux, you can also download your own distribution here. So for me, I have downloaded this particular one into my system and I've already installed it. Okay, so it's very straightforward, but I've actually have one very little tutorial that show you how to install this system into your system, but you don't have to read that. Okay, once you install this particular once you download this particular distribution into your system, just run the installer just like you install any other tool in your window or your Mac OS and every other thing, and it will automatically be installed for you. Now this is the good part. Once you've successfully installed that, it give you access to a whole lot of tools. Now I'm going to open my system now and show you one of the things that you are going to get. So once you are done with installation, just open your system and type in Anaconda into your system. So you can see that you will have access to a whole lot of stuff right here. So you see you have Anaconda prompt here. Okay, so let me show you other stuff. So you have Anaconda navigator and every other thing here. Now let's open this Anaconda navigator, because this is where you have access to, you see all the tools that Anaconda gives to you. So I'm just going to open this. So once I open this now and it's completely loaded up on our system, you should see that we have access to a whole lot of tools that Anaconda has given to us. Okay, so while we are waiting for that to happen, if you come to this particular site again and you go to resources right here, so you, as I said earlier, you see guides, you see video, webinar, and stuff like that. So just open this guide right there and you'll see guides on how to do a lot of stuff. Okay, so this guide, for example, we have Python for data, Python for data science, a complete guide. We also have mastering Python data visualization, a complete guide. We also have open source security, risks, benefits, and best practices. These are everything you need, okay, to actually learn to become a complete data analyst or a data science student or anything. Maybe you're studying for a certification in data science or any other stuff. This particular website gives you access to everything you ever need. Okay, so I'm still waiting for Anaconda navigator to completely load up. So because of that, I'm going to pause this video briefly and return back once it's completely load up. Okay, Okay, so as you can see right now on my screen, our Anaconda navigator has completely loaded up, and there are a whole lot of tools that comes with it. So this is just simple. Once you install Anaconda into your system, you have access to this Anaconda navigator. If you don't see it in your system, you can just type Anaconda navigator and it should completely open up. So once you see that, click it and open it up like you open regular application, and you have access to all of this. Okay, so this particular system shows you, this particular application shows you the entire little apps that are in your Anaconda, and this is where you will see everything you will need. Okay, so if you scroll down here, you can see other application that has not yet been installed. So you can install PyCharm in case you want to code, Anaconda AI Navigator. Those are not really relevant right now. So if you scroll down here, you will see Anaconda Toolbox, which is already installed for you. That's why you see this launch, and you see Anaconda Cloud Notebooks. This is where you can launch it. Now, Anaconda Cloud Notebook allows you to actually perform your data analysis on the cloud. Okay, you can write code about, do visualizations on the cloud and stuff like that. Now let's scroll down here, and you will see single store, run Python Jupyter Node Lab on a multi-model database. Okay, you can also see Anaconda prompt. This is where you can, launch different Anaconda applications using your Anaconda terminal, your system terminal. So it's just like your command prompt in your system, but this one is completely dedicated for Anaconda and all the services that come with Anaconda. Okay, now if you scroll down here, this is the main meat of the matter. Now you can see Anaconda Jupyter Lab, and you can see Notebook. Now these are environment that allows you to actually perform data visualization, any kind of analysis on Notebook. Okay, it's just like VS Code but for data analysis. A whole lot of people, thousands of people actually use these two services to perform data analysis. In fact, whenever you want to, maybe you want to perform visualization, you want to actually perform data analysis, you can use just these two guys for whatever you're going to do, and you don't need any other tool. Okay, the first one here, the oldest one here, is Notebook and Jupyter Notebook. And okay, so with Jupyter Notebook you can do a whole lot of stuff, and Jupyter Lab is just like an advanced version of Jupyter Notebook. There are a few things you can do on Jupyter Lab that you can not actually do on Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now if you scroll down, you also see you have access to Qt console and Spider. Okay, these are just another kind of scientific Python environment that you can use to perform advanced data analysis and interactive testing and every other stuff. Okay, you also have access to VS Code, just in case you want to write your own code. VS Code is a very cool coding environment that allows you to do all of this by yourself. Okay, and you have access to EduBlock. Now if you scroll, also you have access to IBM Watson Studio. This is really important. This is like top of the top. Okay, and with IBM Watson Studio you can perform different kind of stuff. You can build data models, you can interact with other model builder, you can use AI model management and every other thing that a data science student or a data analyst will need. And then you can see that you also have access to Oracle database service, the Oracle cloud infrastructure, where you can do a whole lot of things also. And then if you scroll down, you see every other stuff like the Python Anywhere, where you can host your own Python scripts. You also have access to console shortcut for Miniconda, CMD prompts like command prompt for Anaconda, and every other stuff. So there are also tools that are not yet installed, which you can actually install if you need them. And now most of these things you might not immediately understand the usefulness of all of them, but as you continue to grow and you continue to learn stuff, you will just come here and install one of the things you need, and that is all. Now one of the most beautiful thing about this is that if you come to your left panel here, you will see something called learning, and if you click on learning right now, it should open up a whole lot of resources that are naturally available for you on Anaconda for you to learn. So right here you can learn everything you need to know about Anaconda, read the documentation to learn. You can also learn how to run Anaconda on AWS and every other thing. You can also learn how to use this Jupyter yourself. So let's say you're just starting as a data science or a data analyst right now, and you are still learning a few things, and then I introduce you to this and you say, okay, how can I use Jupyter Lab? You can just come here and read the documentation and learn how to use that particular stuff. So if you scroll down, you will see how to use NumPy, you see how to use Panda, documentation on how to use them. These are very important Python libraries that will allow you to perform some manipulation with data and so on and so stuff. So there are a whole lot of even including certification stuff around there for you to learn, including courses that are completely free for you to learn, okay, from this particular ecosystem. So these are just simple, or this is just a simple tool for you to install into your system and it immediately give you access to everything you want. Okay, so you can just launch any of these tools from this particular system right here, and you can start performing your data analysis from here. So I don't know how you're learning it. Maybe you're using a course to learn your data analysis, or maybe you're using YouTube video, or you're trying to teach yourself how to do that yourself. Installing Anaconda into your system will give you access to all of these too. Okay, and even if you don't open this navigator, if you go to your system and once again and you type Anaconda, you should see all of the tools that have been installed by Anaconda for you right here. So you can see Anaconda prompt right here, you can see Anaconda PowerShell, you can see the navigator itself right here. So just installing this tool into your system gives you access to all of this, and you're ready to start learning your data analysis successfully. Okay, I know this video wasn't much, but I think it will be useful for people who are just starting out there. And if you like this video, consider subscribing, consider liking this video, so that I will be gingered up to record more video for you. Remember to take other videos on this series, as I will be dropping very little videos here and there for you on how to learn data analysis and every other stuff. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.